So we found this walking stick on near the Pinhoti Trail, and so somebody had, I guess they had put like a polyurethane or something on it, and it just wasn't holding up very well. I scraped off most of it, and you can see it's all over the table. I want to give it another light sanding because I still see some of it over here, and it just turns to like a yellow gunk. But I don't know what kind of wood this is. It looks like something they took from like a dogwood or something. But it cakes up the paper pretty quickly. And then I blow this off. Kind of see all the grain of, not really the grain, but like all the bark that they didn't peel off and everything. It's a nice stick. It's a good height. It's just like, I guess with all the urethane kind of chipping off, you felt it. It felt like a rough grip. So I'm not using urethane. I'm using a mixture of turpentine and boiled linseed oil. The turpentine is to kind of thin out the linseed oil. And I like this, it works really well. If you could ever find the hole. I like to just, it gets sticky over time, but I like to mix just a little bit. That's probably enough. That's probably plenty enough right there, what we're doing. And with this, it's like with, if you use urethane or some paint, it's gonna give you blisters over time using it, unless you have like heavy calluses. But like if you use boiled linseed oil or like the tung oil from Woodcraft or like a woodworking store, it gives a nice smooth finish. Let me show you. The handle on this hammer is I think it's hickory handle. It's a stiletto hammer, and I coated this in the tung oil from Woodcraft, and it has a nice smooth grip. I've never I built this thing behind me, we're using it, and I've never had a blister using it, and I've had it for years. And every once in a while I'll sand it down just a slight bit. Use one of these that kind of burnish it somewhat, and it works pretty good. I haven't had any issues with the finish. And put probably equal parts turpentine. Get a little swirl. And this stuff stinks, so don't do this inside your house unless you like the smell. I kind of like the smell, but I don't know if my wife will. She's never smelled this before. And turpentine, it says it's all natural, but does it say it's all natural? Pure gum spirits. I'm just gonna dip this in and run it. I don't even use gloves with this. I don't feel like it's needed. Some people do. It's gonna look pretty right away. You kind of get in the cracks. And the idea is like you kind of keep this soaked for a while with the linseed oil, and it kind of just soaks into the wood. I like to use a little bit of, the reason why I like the turpentine is it helps it thins it out and lets it soak deeper into the wood. And the only problem is like with boiled linseed oil, you can't just leave it on because it'll kind of gum up on you. Keep it wet or dry it out completely and let it air dry for a few days before you put on another coat. Oh, that looks a lot better. Yeah. There's a little bit more on here. I'll probably put on a few coats of this afternoon. all in there. But now I could tell where some of that urethane is still. Like where I see light spots, like right here. That's probably some urethane right there. So I need to go back over it and sand it and recoat it. But yeah, this looks nice. I can't believe I found this on the side of the trail. And if you're looking for it, I got it, but I ain't giving it back. Sorry. Get all the nooks and crannies and probably use this at our hideaway a good bit. That's all soaked on a. I'm gonna cover this up so it doesn't evaporate, but I don't think it's gonna evaporate much anyway. So let me see. I need to get right here. Wife had a question about how many coats I'm gonna put on, and I was like 3 or 4, but that's 3 or 4 today. And then maybe in a week or so I'll probably put on a few more coats and kind of just be a light piece of area. And some people, what they do is they get like some regular sandpaper and they soak the sandpaper in the linseed oil, and as they sand it, they put it on, and that's another good method too. I've used that before and it works pretty well. Makes everything nice and smooth. Comes up the paper so fast. The idea is to keep this kind of coated with linseed oil, and so today I'm gonna put on about 4 coats, and then I'll let it dry for a couple days, and then I'll put on like another few coats just to see how it soaks in. And there's the ice cream machine man. Yeah, so I'm put on a few more coats in a couple days. That way it keeps soaking into the wood and builds up a finish. And some people get it to where this is pretty shiny, but I don't like the shine. But I don't know if wife wants it shiny or just kind of matte, like how I have my hammer handle. But yeah, so. Just gonna let that stand up to dry, and since I haven't done my hammer in a while, I'll put on a coat since I have it out, you know. Simple as that. Yeah, like whenever you have a handle that has like some kind of paint finish or varnish finish, whatever it is, sand that stuff off. Put on linseed oil or tung oil, and you'll have a much better experience. I usually do it to a lot of my tools, or unless if I'm leaving them outside. But there we go. I'll let this sit too. That looks better, right? Mm-hmm. Nice brown stick, and and it's smoother right here, because I remember it was like really
rough.
Really rough. There's still a little bit of roughness because of the wood, but it looks really nice now. Here's the third coat. Actually, you know what? For the third coat, I want to use this.
It's a walking stick.
That's a walking stick.
Do you need the up paint?
Yeah, it's like a oil. That's what it is.
Oil doesn't make fire.
Yeah, it can make fire, especially if you leave the rags folded up. Slightly sanding it in with this stuff. This little Scotch-Brite pad. Pick up that oil that I left right there, and I started to even do the bottom. Get that bottom coated so it doesn't soak in. So I put it on kind of juicy this time, and you don't want to leave it juicy because it's going to gum up on you. So you kind of have to wipe it down when you do that, because now it's not soaking in as much. And
Different paint.
so now that's done. I'm not gonna put any more on my hammer because it's had coats of stuff for years.
What is this?
It's just a little bag. You want it?
Yeah.
I wonder if we could make some walking sticks and put them at the Pinhoti Trail at that area. Like get them looking like this, you know? Leave a little tag on it, like where it came from, and hands are full of oil now. That's fine. Like it's still looking shiny, like when I wipe it, but then after like 5-10 minutes, it's actually dull, so it's drying and soaking into the wood, which is what we want. But I'll probably, okay, so after this one, I'm gonna wait about 5 minutes, and then I come wipe it dry, super dry. Actually, I'll wipe my hammer dry, because this has been drying for probably about 30 minutes or so. And I don't like the shine of linseed oil, so you kind of have to come dry it off a couple times after, because it starts to kind of come out. But yeah, so this thing's ready to use again, and it has a nice feel. It's not sticky and it's not too slippery, but I like the feel of natural oils on working tools, walking sticks and stuff like that. The oils has probably been sitting for about 20 minutes, and there's a couple shiny spots and a couple dull spots, but I'm just gonna wipe it down and call it good for today. I'm just gonna apply some good pressure on it to make sure I get everything kind of smoothed out, and make sure there's no, that's a lot smoother than what it was. I think all that polyurethane was causing to, see, it's turning a little bit yellow, not much, but yeah, I think that urethane was cracking on it and making it rough to use. It looks a lot different now. Before it was kind of yellow and white, and now it's like a dark color. I like it. Just kind of making sure it's being wiped down real good. Get the ends. Okay. Yeah, it looks nice now. Kind of still kind of shiny, and the linseed oil kind of does have a a shinier finish than the tung oil, but it's still pretty nice. Okay, let me get a short one. My glasses so I can see what I'm writing. Even though I know what I'm writing, I just need to be able to see it. Wow, that looks so much different. See all the cracks and everything. Let's see. I didn't want to do this before because the linseed oil would kind of wipe it off. And now it won't bleed as much. Found on Pinhoti Trail. Today is the 21st, Feb 21st, 2024. There we go. Can barely see it, but it's there. Now, I like it. Whack somebody with that. Whatever stick I get, I always play like it's a bat, like I'm gonna hit somebody with it, you know? I think that's a good thing to do. Just in case if you're ever in that kind of situation, you know how it's gonna feel, you know? I think that would hurt us if I got hit with this. Let's just let it dry. Keep drying and we'll, there's some really dry spots right here. I guess that just soaked it up really good. Well, we'll just keep putting it on every once in a while. And, but like the first few coats, I like to put the turpentine in there. I like to mix it with turpentine. The later coats, I just put on the linseed oil directly. Yeah, this, let me put a wrap around it, like some kind of, like somewhere's right here. Just put some kind of grip. I have a lot of, I think it still has some bicycle grip tape. Just put right there, that would be nice. Add some padding to it. But yeah, this is nice. I need to find some sticks like this. What you think?